Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. In today's world or today's age, Kaam or lust is one of the most prominent issues or vikars that a lot of people face. And sometimes the younger generations or even the elder generations don't hear discussion on Kaam that well. And sometimes we think we might be free from Kaam or free from lust, but we never actually go into the conversation of what is lust. How does lust go in from the world and how does it go into our mind? How does it affect our mind? Because Kaam is not just something that is a physical action that you do and you get in trouble for doing. Kaam is something that your mind takes in and it develops over time. There are 8 types of Kaam, Guru Pyareo. Let's take this time and let's discuss those 8 types of Kaam, how step by step they go into our mind and how step by step it takes the form of the physical action or the physical karma that we do of Kaam. The first type or form of Kaam, of lust, is sarvan. Sarvan meaning listening. When we listen to such conversations, such topics, such sounds that go through our ears and through our listening, through our sensory organs, it reaches our mind. And if we don't take our mind away from such conversations in which Kaam is being discussed, whether it's through your friends and family, whether it's through TV shows, social media, something that you listen to, something that you see, and you are not doing it for awareness about that topic to move yourself away, instead you are indulging in that and you are wanting to know more about that. You are constantly hearing about the praise of somebody and about their body, whether it's the opposite gender, whether it's about a specific person. You are developing these thoughts through your ears and through your eyes that go into your mind and create such thoughts. The very first form that Kaam takes is through sound. We have to be very aware of this. The second form that Kaam takes, that lust takes, is Chitvan. Chitvan meaning constantly writing this inside of your mind. Now it's ingrained inside of your mind. You've indulged in those conversations. You've seen such things. When we bring up these topics of pornography, when we bring up these topics of dating or talking about these sexual endeavors between boyfriends and girlfriends, we see on YouTube, we see in movies. Is it okay to watch an A-rated or an adult-rated or R-rated film and just say, I'm not indulging myself into it, I'm not going to do that action, I'm just watching it? But when you are constantly listening to that and now it's deeply ingrained inside of your mind, next time somebody who should be your mother or like your sister or like your own daughter, you won't see them as such, you will see a sexual object. You only see the lust inside of that. And it's not something that you are doing or you can control on that spot because it's already been deeply ingrained inside of your mind. Your mind has been trained in that. And we should not train our mind into thinking of such thoughts. Instead of, we should train our mind to move away from such thoughts and contemplate that Chitvan towards Guru. That conversation, that listening should be of the Shabad, and that thinking should be of the Guru, of the Shabad, something positive, the essence of Amrit, not towards lustful thoughts. The third form is called Baat Ekant. When you want to have a conversation with a specific person alone, in private, first, you have listened. Second, you have written inside of your mind, and now you want to put it into action by whether it's the same gender or whether it's the opposite gender. You want to have a conversation with that person. You have listened about that person. You have written these thoughts inside of your mind about that person, and now you want to have this private conversation with them, whether it's through text, whether it's through Facebook messaging, whether it's through WhatsApp, or whether it's through Google Hangouts, or whether you want to physically meet that person. You have this intention not to meet them as a brother, as a sister. Whether you might justify it to your mind that we are just friends, whether you might justify it to your mind, it's like taking oil and taking, or butter and taking it close to fire and saying, no, I know that it will blow up, I know it will light to fire, but I'm just gonna test it out because I know I can control my mind. But you've already ingrained inside of your mind and you've justified it to your mind that I'm not doing it for lustful reasons, but truly in the depths of your own mind, you are doing it for some sort of calm lust, whether it's not a physical act, it's not taking that form yet. It's going to lead up to that because now you want to do baat ekant. You want to have a conversation with that one specific person or the specific gender on its own. You want to deal with them. You want to act. You want to spend time with them, and you want to have these conversations with them on a deeper level about these certain things which you might be leading towards something physical. But the third form that Kaam takes is you wanting to have a conversation with that person. The fourth form that Kaam takes is called Kalakaran. Is now where you're developing this attachment with that person. You're speaking privately and you're having conversations, whether it's through text or you're justifying it to your mind that no, it's just brother and sister. I'm not saying to any specific people that you can't have conversations. Yes, you can. You can be brothers and sisters. But this is the depths of our mind. Let's actually think to our minds and think of our own thoughts. Where are we actually leading these conversations to? Now you're developing an attachment with that person. You're developing The sixth form of Kaam is Prapat. How can you keep that person to yourself forever? How can you attain that person? You will do whatever it takes. This will take the form of moh, of attachment, of Kaam. It's all interlinked with each other. You will be willing to fight others. You will be willing to sacrifice other things for this one person. And that is the form that's called Prapat. The seventh form of Kaam is Simran. Yes, you heard that correctly. Simran, meaning constant remembrance. Normally we use the term Simran for living in constant remembrance of God. But this is referring to misusing that constant remembrance, and day and night, wherever you are, you can't seem to live without that desire of that person. Now, no matter what you do, you will be wanting to talk to that person, wanting to be texting that person. If that person is not texting you, you will be wanting that person to reply back, or you will be wondering why that person is not responding to your text. You will be constantly living in that person's remembrance. This is the seventh form of Kaam. The eighth form of Kaam is Kirtan. And yes, you heard that correctly, Kirtan. Singing the praises of that person. Normally all of these things, do not take all of these things as negative, because thinking about your spouse, thinking about your beloved is a good thing, but anything that's positive can be taken negative. Because in this, it's not selfless. In this, it's just for your own selfish desire, and you're moving away from the benefit and the remembrance of God, and you're moving only into your own boundaries of your own mind, in the sexual thoughts. And now in this way, you're wanting to constantly be praising that person. You're constantly be wanting to talk about that person, to whomever you are talking to or speaking to. All of these things are energies, they're characteristics which can be used towards good. But in our own state of mind, we have taken these natural characteristics that we develop inside of our mind, and now we are taking them and we are using them for our own selfish desire and forgetting God. Use these characteristics. Use the Sarvan. Listen to Bani. Think about Bani. Speak about Gurbani. Have a desire to meet your Guru. Have a desire to sit in Sangat for the right reasons. Have a desire to meet with Gursikhs for the right reasons. Have this desire inside yourself that you want to meet God. Have this desire inside yourself where you're constantly living in the remembrance of God, and you have this constant desire that where you want to be singing and always be talking about your Guru and the true love. Pyareo, if you take these concepts, you can misuse them and you can use them for the right reasons. Channel these energies. Set your priorities. This will only and only come from the understanding of what is right, what is wrong, what is truth, and what is false. And that will come from actually learning Vidya of Gurbani. Because Gyan is one thing and Dhyan is one thing. Developing energy is good, but misusing that energy and sending it down the wrong channels is not right. So let's take the Gyan from the Guru. I say Gyan, knowledge, light, experience. Learn from the Guru, learn from elder Gursikhs. Let's not try to take Gurbani and say that I know more about Gurbani. Gurbani says, "Hey Kaamang, nark bisramang." That if you focus on Kaam, if you make Kaam the priority or the goal of your life, then that will send you directly. You're walking down the path towards nark, the path towards hell. The topic of these 8 forms of Kaam goes into a lot of depth. This is just a very brief, a very sankep form. I'm trying to go through those 8 forms. Let's try to take these concepts and understand them and actually look at where our mind is. Are we falling under any of these traps? Let's fall under that love of Guru Sahib, set our direction straight and walk that path of love. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.